Patrick Bet-David slams Bill Maher. By the way, guys, thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. I'm so sorry I've not posted in a few days. My mom was in town visiting for my daughter's first birthday, so we had to kind of, we've been a little busy, but we're back. I'm back. The bitch is back. The Orange Woman is back to recording and filming and posting at least one new video a day, maybe 2 a day. We shall see, but yeah, let's just get into it. This is a good one. I'm so happy to be back, guys.
Half of Republicans say California isn't really American. This is an LA Times story. 50% of U.S. adults perceive California to be in decline. 50% of U.S. adults, not Republican adults. U.S. adults perceive California to be decline, while Republicans particularly negative at 48%, not really American. Many Republicans view California unfavorably, with 30% believing it has a worse natural environment than any other state, and 40% not considering it a good place to visit. Christian Bork of Legger noted, if you are a more conservative American, you basically do not like California. Despite political division.
Yeah, true. I mean, as a conservative, we kind of know, like, California, New York, those are the shitholes of America.
60% of adults nationwide see California as a trendsetter, with 70% of younger Americans expressing their sentiment. Well, move there. It's a great place for you. Additionally, younger individuals are twice as likely to consider moving to the state. Fantastic. Citing job opportunities as a primary reason, conservative attacks on California, fueled by media and politicians, contribute to negative views, with 75% of Republicans considering the state unsafe. Governor Newsom, progressive agenda, including climate and healthcare policies, has intensified this divide. Did you see the recent clip with the girl that was on oh, that's the one. Yeah. What's her name?
Bill
She's
Maher.
the fitness.
Jillian Michaels.
What's her name?
Jillian Michaels.
Jillian Michaels. Go ahead and play this clip. I thought it was very interesting.
Trying to get Gavin to run for president for a very long time. And
Are you serious? Are we living in Gavin Newsom's California? Why?
yeah, and I'm sure your life is just a
I left
Look at him,
because
look
of
at
him.
him.
Oh, right, you're
Moved
in
to
Florida.
Miami.
And so, you know what?
Jillian, hit me
I'll
up.
tell you something.
Lived here my
In
whole life.
2020, I've lived here since '83,
Okay.
and I love where I live.
Yeah,
I
no
love
shit.
California.
I lived in Malibu.
I'm dug in here. I did in 2020, when there was a week when the sun was blotted out from the sky because of fires. I did look at moving to Florida. Now, I think it was a little like when I was contemplating suicide when I was in high school and college. If I got laid once, I would stop to and I don't think I was ever really going to do it. But I did actually, or get married. I was engaged once, but there are things you in your life you're like, you know what, I might do that. And part of you is like, yeah, never going to do that. Okay. So, I mean, and I think moving to Florida is in that category, but I did look at it because I share your frustrations with California. I do. And those are the things I was saying to him.
I mean, this is one
The
I think I could speak
But
to
again,
pretty eloquently.
But are you happier in Florida?
Yeah.
What is it in Florida that's
Shocker to no one. That's not a certain word that I cannot say on YouTube, but it starts with an R. If you know, you know.
that's that compensated more than what you had here?
Everything.
It feels less crazy than it does here. Here, you just
Florida's less crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hear me
Bill.
out. Hear me out
Yes.
on this.
Really?
Here's
the
what I
place where
mean.
the people are
Okay.
on bath salts, like
Your
fucking an
girl,
alligator?
Sage Steele.
Yes, that's what
asked
we're all
me. She's
doing
like,
over here.
What was the moment when you felt like California had lost its mind? And it was a piece of legislation that I can't recall.
Did it affect your life?
But Bill,
Did it affect your
is
life?
the crime affecting our lives? Is the homelessness affecting our
was
lives?
crime affecting your life here in
Yeah,
California?
absolutely. My house got broken into.
Your house got broken into.
Yes, and guess
He's
what?
shocked. He's
The
shocked.
relationship with PG&E, my house burned down in 2018.
Where's your house?
I lived in Malibu.
Nothing like and by the way, it
That's all,
goes to
yeah.
it's a joke.
PG&E,
Wow,
there it
you got
is.
broken.
Why is Bill so annoying and like acting as if he's shocked to hear these things? Like, Bill, wake up. Sometimes as conservatives, we can sometimes agree with Bill Maher when he says something that's totally not insane, like, oh, free speech is a good thing. But then there's times like this, like, why is he gaslighting her into thinking California isn't a complete freaking mess? We all know it is.
Into it.
That's why people are fleeing California and moving to states like Arizona, where we live, Florida, Texas. Hello.
It's a joke.
Malibu?
I got
Things are rough out there.
Like,
By the way,
and it was so nuts.
I'm
And
fucking
guess who
positive.
wrote-
Who wants to go first on this one? Go ahead, Vic.
and I made this point though,
We're
but
making a joke about her house burning down.
It's
Wow,
just-
things are rough out there, and she quoted PG&E, which we were just talking about.
It's a clear case of, especially people like him, the elite. He's living in the hills. He's guarded. Dude, none of the things that are affecting average people is bothering him. And then when you ask him, like, he's like, oh, what was so bad? My house was burned down. You know what I mean? They broke into the house. Crime is up. And he's like, oh, really? Yeah, it is, Bill. You're out of...
I love Vinny. Vinny's by far the best co-host on the PBD podcast. He always tells it how it is. He's not a liberal, gay little boy like Adam, and sometimes PBD himself.
touch, bro. He goes from his car to the house to the studio and nothing. He doesn't have to deal with anything.
Classic
the average
limousine liberal.
the average Californian does. And bro, I'm telling you right now, when's the last time you were in California, Tom?
On purpose?
Yeah, but you see it, right? You're seeing the homelessness. You're
When
seeing
we
the crime.
went to the Republican debates,
Yeah, it's
we
just-
went.
Reagan National Library.
I'll tell you, I go to California, business, a random wedding, and unfortunately,
and you leave.
3 years ago, a funeral.
Yeah, and you leave.
So in other words, it's life appointments. It's not like, hey, let's take a vacation back and go down to Dana Point. Nope, sorry.
I just
not
don't. I
happening.
just don't like
Let's
the
go
shock
ski at Mammoth.
factor.
Nope.
I don't like the shock factor of Bill. Like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Bill. Normal people have problems with the freaking state. It's going to shit.
Let me tell you, there's a difference between stereotypes and reality. Listen, born and raised in Miami, lived in Florida my whole life, went to Florida State. I've lived in every city up and down the state of Florida. The stereotype of we're all just having sex with
Sorry, I'm just like falling asleep at listening to him talk because I can't stand him. Sorry, I'm going to try to wake myself up with this outrage.
alligators on bath
stupid.
salts is such a ridiculous slander. But here's the reality of going in California. And Bill talks about this all the time. It's so crazy. He can go to the 9th step. He just can't get to that 10th step. He's constantly talking about the wokeism. He's constantly talking about kids being indoctrinated, about the regulations, trying to build something on his house, an extension of a house that takes 7 years when it should have took 7 days.
Keep reading your notes, Adam. Keep reading them. I see you. I see you. You have to prepare for this stupid, basic ass take.
Talked about the taxes. He's talked about the crime. He's talked about the homelessness. But there's some personal relationship with Gavin Newsom, which is
loves
mentioned
him.
on the podcast
He
with you.
loves him.
He said, I love him. That he can't just take that next step.
Yeah, Bill is probably banging Gavin Newsom. I wouldn't be surprised, guys. I would not. And Adam probably is just jealous that he's not in it because he's that gay.
So yeah, here we'll get to that. So the reality is he's 90% there, but that he can't just basically recognize what the hell's going on here. You know, they say that Florida is Florida man. It's Florida man. Oh, he's having sex with alligators.
Okay, I'm sick of listening to him talk. I can't listen to Adam talk for more than a small amount of time. And if I am, it's like Katie Hopkins is roasting him and it's hilarious. So I can withstand it because he's getting destroyed. I don't want to hear him ramble. But yeah, Bill Maher, you're a freaking woke elitist. That's the end of it. By the way, thank you so much for being patient. Back to posting every single day. If you're still watching, thank you so much. Leave a comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.